when you're driving behind buses, give yourself lots of room so you can plan for them when they pull over. So like this, if I was driving really close, this would have been hard to do, because then I wouldn't have realized they're pulling up and I would have been too close to see what's happening around them as well. So give yourself lots of room so that when they do pull over, you're ready for them. And when the lights are green for ages like this, be ready to stop. So I'm not going to zoom through here, I'm just thinking about what's going on behind me so I can stop if I need to. Then once I get to like here, it started to change to orange when I basically got to the line, so I can carry on driving. I don't have to stop there, it's too late to stop there. But if I was going too fast, that decision would be much harder and I'll be more stressed out. But because I was going at a nice steady pace as I approached it, I could make a nice decision without too much stress. So here we're turning left and then right straight away. When you're doing that, so if you're turning right straight away, you want to aim for the right lane. So here I'm going straight over to the right, and then I'm going to signal right. I don't want to be over there and then try to move over. I'll go straight away to the lane that I want to be in. Then that way I don't have to worry about any cars that are on my side or changing lanes. I can aim straight for the one that I want. So when cars are like this, you don't know if it's moving or not. Just approach it slowly. So I think they just stopped to do whatever they're doing, and you don't know if they're stopping because there's not enough space. So if you're not sure, just slow down like I did there, and then be ready to go around them, but give them a bit of time first before you just go around them straight away. So like there was no more cars coming through, so and then they're still stopping, so that meant that they're not going to be going anywhere. You just check my mirror, and then I went round. So another clue that I looked for as well was how close they were to the left. They were really close to the left there, which probably meant they were parked. So just use those little clues to see what people are doing. Don't be in a rush straight away to like make a snap decision. Just approach it slowly so you can have time to think about what the other driver is trying to do. So there, I thought that car might try to come out at the last second. So when you see that, just have your foot over the brake. I didn't really brake, I just had it over the brake just in case that guy did something silly, but luckily he didn't, so then I didn't need to press it. So when you're reducing your speed, you want to reduce your speed before you get to the sign and then get into the right gear. So like there you need gear 2 for 20 miles an hour. So don't go past it doing 30 miles an hour and then afterwards reduce your speed, because then you already be breaking the speed limit. You want to do it before, so you see the sign before, and then reduce your speed, get into the correct gear, and then by the time you get there, you're already doing 20 miles an hour. So that way you're not breaking the speed limit as you go through the sign. So right now it's 30 miles an hour, but I can see a sign for 40 miles an hour in the distance there. So I don't want to be doing 40 miles an hour before I get there. I'm still doing 30. I want to do 40 only after I've gone past the sign. So like right now I'm still doing 30 or just below 30, but then once I go past, and especially when it's clear, then I can put my foot down a bit more, get a bit more speed, and go into 4th gear. So this is the 40 mile an hour road, but the person in front of that car is going quite slow. What you don't want to do is think, oh my god, it's 40 miles an hour, I've got to go 40 miles an hour. Right now I'm forced to do 30, because if I don't do 30, I'm going to be really close to these guys. So sometimes people will force you to go slower than the speed limit, and don't be stressed out. That's just the way things happen sometimes. You just make sure you got a nice safe gap. That's the main thing, that you got a safe gap between you and the car in front of you. When you're on a big roundabout, or you're approaching a big roundabout, make sure you know where your exit is before you get there. So right before you enter the roundabout. So right now we want to go straight second exit. So I need to look at my exit before I get there. So I know it's over there, straight is over there, and second exit is going to be over there as well. So I'm checking that side, it's looking like the guy's going the other way. And I can keep to my left as I go through, and then signal left to come off. And I'm just going to check my right mirror to make sure no one's coming off with me. So before you get onto it, check where your exit is, or have a rough idea where your exit is, because you don't want to go in there and then get confused as to where you're getting off. We've got a double roundabout coming up. We want to turn right and then left. So mirror, it's one lane on the approach. If there was 2 lanes, might be in the right lane, but there are roundabouts where you need to be, it would be easier to be in the left lane even though you're turning right, but I'll explain that in a different video. But right now we're turning right, and I can't see behind that lorry where there's other cars, where the black car is. I couldn't see that car there, so I waited because that lane is coming towards us. So if you can't see for some reason, make sure you wait. And then here, because we're going left again, we're going to aim straight for the left lane and then treat the second roundabout separately. And that lorry is blocked by those other cars, and I can carry on. So if it's a double roundabout, make sure you treat them separately. Don't go in the second one without checking the right first. want to be in the right lane when it's safe. So I'm just going to check my mirrors, signal right. So when you're changing lanes, you want to be aware of the car in front of you as well. So if they're slowing down loads, you don't want to go in there and then like end up really close to them. So be aware of the car in front of you as well as you're changing lanes. So I'm checking my mirror for the car that's in the lane that I want to be in, and I'm checking for the car that's in front of me as well, because I don't want to go in there as they're braking really hard. When you're joining the dual carriageway like this, you want to look early to see what's happening. So like now I'm checking the left and I can see there's no car in the left lane, but you want to be really certain that there's no one there. Don't go into the lane unless you're really sure that there's nobody coming towards you in that lane. And then when you're coming off the dual carriageway as well, you want to slow down quite a lot. So I'm taking the next left and slowing down loads. So I've indicated it's fine that I can slow down. I'm going to gear 2, but it's very sharp, and that van is there as well. So I'm going to slow down even more. Maybe even going to gear 1 actually. So then, because it's very sharp here, then I can turn. Because you don't want to turn in there going really fast or in the wrong gear, or especially like gear 4 or gear 3. That's not going to work that well. So once you put a signal on, everyone knows that you're going to be slowing down loads. So don't be afraid to start reducing your speed quite a bit, and then get into the correct gear and then make your turn.